Chapter 13 Probability. We shall discuss the important concept of conditional probability of an event given that another event has occurred. Conditional probability. Up till now in probability, we have discussed the methods of finding the probability of events. If we have two events from the same sample space, does the information about the occurrence of one of the events affect the probability of the other event? Let us try to answer this question by taking up a random experiment in which the outcomes are equally likely to occur. Consider the experiment of tossing 3 fair coins. The sample space of the experiment is S is equal to set of H, 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 T, H, T, H, T, H, 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 T, 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 H, T, 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 H, T, T, T. Since the coins are fair, we can assign the probability 1/8 to each sample point. Let E be the event at least 2 heads appear and F be the event first coin shows tail. Then E is equal to set of H, 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 T, H, T, H, T, H, H and F is equal to set of T, H, H, T, H, T, 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 H, T, T, T. Therefore, P of E is equal to P of H, H, H plus P of H, H, T plus P of H, T, H plus P of T, H, H is equal to 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 is equal to 1/2. And P of F is equal to P of T, H, H plus P of T, H, T plus P of T, T, H plus P of T, T, T is equal to 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 is equal to 1/2. Also, E intersection F is equal to T, H, H with P of E intersection F is equal to P of T, H, H is equal to 1/8. Now, suppose we are given that the first coin shows tail, that is, F occurs. With the information of occurrence of F, we are sure that the cases in which first coin does not result into a tail should not be considered while finding the probability of E. This information reduces our sample space from the set S to its subset F for the event E. In other words, the additional information really amounts to telling us that the situation may be considered as being that of a new random experiment for which the sample space consists of all those outcomes only which are favorable to the occurrence of the event F. Now, the sample point of F which is favorable to event E is T, H, H. Thus, probability of E considering F as the sample space is equal to 1/4, or probability of E given that the event F has occurred is equal to 1/4. This probability of the event E is called the conditional probability of E given that F has already occurred and is denoted by P of E by F. Thus, P of E by F is equal to 1/4. Note that the elements of F which favor the event E are the common elements of E and F, that is, the sample points of E intersection F. Thus, we can also write the conditional probability of E given that F has occurred as P of E by F is equal to number of elementary events favorable to E intersection F upon number of elementary events which are favorable to F is equal to N of E intersection F upon N of F. Dividing the numerator and the denominator by total number of elementary events of the sample space, we see that P of E by F can also be written as P of E by F is equal to n of E intersection F upon n of S whole upon n of F upon n of S is equal to P of E intersection F upon P of F. Equation 1. Note that 1 is valid only when P of F is not equal to 0, that is F is not equal to phi. Thus, we can define the conditional probability as follows. Definition 1. If E and F are two events associated with the same sample space of a random experiment, the conditional probability of the event E given that F has occurred, that is P of E by F, is given by P of E by F is equal to P of E intersection F upon P of F, provided P of F is not equal to 0. Properties of conditional probability. Let E and F be events of a sample space S of an experiment, then we have property 1. P of S by F is equal to P of F by F is equal to 1. We know that P of S by F is equal to P of S intersection F upon P of F is equal to P of F upon P of F is equal to 1 because of F is a subset of S. Also, P of F by F is equal to P of F intersection F upon P of F is equal to P of F upon P of F is equal to 1. Thus, P of S by F is equal to P of F by F is equal to 1. Property 2. If A and B are any two events of a sample space S and F is an event of S such that P of F is not equal to 0, then P of A union B by F is equal to P of A by F plus P of B by F minus P of A intersection B by F. In particular, if A and B are disjoint events, then P of A union B by F is equal to P of A by F plus P of B by F. We have P of A union B by F is equal to P of A union B intersection F upon P of F is equal to P of A intersection F union B intersection F upon P of F by distributive law of union of sets over intersection is equal to P of A intersection F plus P of B intersection F minus P of A intersection B intersection F upon P of F is equal to P of A intersection F upon P of F plus P of B intersection F upon P of F plus P of A intersection B intersection F upon P of F is equal to P of A by F plus P of B by F minus P of A intersection B by F. When A and B are disjoint events, then P of A intersection B by F is equal to 0. Implies P of A union B by F is equal to P of A by F plus P of B by F. Property 3. P of E dash by F is equal to 1 minus P of E by F. From property 1, we know that P of S by F is equal to 1. Implies P of E union E dash by F is equal to 1 since S is equal to E union E dash. Implies P of E by F plus P of E dash by F is equal to 1 since E and E dash are disjoint events. Thus, P of E dash by F is equal to 1 minus P of E by F. Example 1. Compute P of A by B if P of B is equal to 0.5 and P of A intersection B is equal to 0.32. Solution. Given that P of B is equal to 0.5 and P of A intersection B is equal to 0.32. P of A by B is equal to P of A intersection B upon P of B is equal to 0.32 upon 0.5 is equal to 32 upon 50 into 2 upon 2 is equal to 64 upon 100 is equal to 0.64. Example 2. A dice is thrown 3 times. E. 4 appears on the third toss. F. 6 and 5 appears respectively on first two tosses. Determine P of E by F. Solution: a dice is tossed 3 times. Therefore, sample space S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore, N of S is equal to 6 into 6 into 6 is equal to 216. Event E is equal to number 4 appears on the third toss is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into 4. Therefore, N of E is equal to 6 into 6 into 1 is equal to 36. Event F is equal to if first two tosses number 6 and 5 appears respectively is equal to 6 into 5 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore, N of F is equal to 1 into 6 is equal to 6. E intersection F is equal to 6 into 5 into 4. Therefore, N of E intersection F is equal to 1 into 1 into 1 is equal to 1. Now, P of E by F is equal to P of E intersection F upon P of F is equal to N of E intersection F upon N of S whole upon N of F upon N of S is equal to N of E intersection F upon N of F is equal to 1 upon 6. Example 3. Mother, father and son line up at random for a family picture. E. Son on one end. F. Father in middle. Determine P of E by F. Solution. For family photo session, mother, father and son stands in queue, that is in one line. We take M for mother, F for father and S for son. Therefore, sample space associated for such experiment is as follows. S is equal to set of MFS, SFM, SMF, MSF, FMS, FSM. Event E is equal to son is on one end is equal to set of MFS, SFM, SMF, FMS. Therefore, N of E is equal to 4. Event F is equal to father is in the middle is equal to set of MFS, SFM. Therefore, N of F is equal to 2. E intersection F is equal to set of MFS, SFM. Therefore, N of E intersection F is equal to 2. Now, P of E by F is equal to P of E intersection F upon P of F is equal to N of E intersection F upon N of S whole upon N of F upon N of S is equal to N of E intersection F upon N of F is equal to 2 upon 2 is equal to 1. Multiplication theorem on probability. Let E and F be two events associated with a sample space S. Clearly, the set E intersection F denotes the event that both E and F have occurred. In other words, E intersection F denotes the simultaneous occurrence of the events E and F. The event E intersection F is also written as EF. Very often we need to find the probability of the event EF. For example, in the experiment of drawing two cards one after the other, we may be interested in finding the probability of the event a king and a queen. The probability of event EF is obtained by using the conditional probability as obtained below. We know that the conditional probability of event E given that F has occurred is denoted by P of E by F and is given by P of E by F is equal to P of E intersection F upon P of F, where P of F is not equal to 0. From this result, we can write P of E intersection F is equal to P of F into P of E by F, equation 1. Also, we know that P of F by E is equal to P of F by E is equal to P of F intersection E upon P of E, where P of E is not equal to 0, or P of F by E is equal to P of E intersection F upon P of E. Since E intersection F is equal to F intersection E, thus P of E intersection F is equal to P of E into P of F by E, equation 2. Combining 1 and 2, we find that P of E intersection F is equal to P of E into P of F by E is equal to P of F into P of E by F. Provided P of E is not equal to 0, P of F is not equal to 0. The above result is known as the multiplication rule of probability. Example 1. An urn contains 10 black and 5 white balls. 2 balls are drawn from the urn one after the other without replacement. What is the probability that both drawn balls are black? Solution. Let E and F denote respectively the events that first and second ball drawn are black. We have to find P of E intersection F or P of EF. Now P of E is equal to P of black ball in first draw is equal to 10 upon 15. Also given that the first ball drawn is black, that is event E has occurred. Now there are 9 black balls and 5 white balls left in the urn. Therefore, the probability that the second ball drawn is black, given that the ball in the first draw is black, is nothing but the conditional probability of F given that E has occurred. That is, P of F by E is equal to 9 upon 14. By multiplication rule of probability, we have P of E intersection F is equal to P of E into P of F by E is equal to 10 upon 15 into 9 upon 14 is equal to 3 upon 7. Multiplication rule of probability for more than 2 events if E, F and G are 3 events of sample space, we have P of E intersection F intersection G is equal to P of E into P of F by E into P of G by E intersection F is equal to P of E into P of F by E into P of G by EF. Example 2. 3 cards are drawn successively without replacement from a pack of 52 well-shuffled cards. What is the probability that first 2 cards are kings and the third card drawn is an ace? Solution. Let K1 denote the event that the card drawn is king, and K2 denote the event that the card drawn is king, and A be the event that the card drawn is an ace. Clearly, we have to find P of K1, K2, A. Now, P of K1 is equal to 4 upon 52. Also, P of K2 by K1 is the probability of second king with the condition that one king has already been drawn. Now, there are 3 kings in 52 minus 1 is equal to 51 cards. Therefore, P of K2 by K1 is equal to 3 upon 51. Lastly, P of A by K1 K2 is the probability of third drawn card to be an ace with the condition that 2 kings have already been drawn. Now, there are 4 aces in left 50 cards. Therefore, P of A by K1 K2 is equal to 4 upon 50. By multiplication law of probability, we have P of K1 K2 A is equal to P of K1 into P of K2 by K1 into P of A by K1 K2 is equal to 4 upon 52 into 3 upon 51 into 4 upon 50 is equal to 2 upon 5525 dependent events. Consider the experiment of drawing a card from a deck of 52 playing cards, in which the elementary events are assumed to be equally likely. If E and F denote the events, the card drawn is a spade and the card drawn is an ace, respectively, then P of E is equal to 13 upon 52 is equal to 1 upon 4 and P of F is equal to 4 upon 52 is equal to 1 upon 13. Also, E and F is the event, the card drawn is the ace of spades, so that P of E intersection F is equal to 1 upon 52. Hence, P of E by F is equal to P of E intersection F upon P of F is equal to 1 upon 52 whole upon 1 upon 13 is equal to 1 upon 4. Since P of E is equal to 1 upon 4 is equal to P of E by F, we can say that the occurrence of event F has not affected the probability of occurrence of the event E. We also have P of F by E is equal to P of E intersection F upon P of E is equal to 1 upon 52 whole upon 1 upon 4 is equal to 1 upon 13 is equal to P of F. Again, P of F is equal to 1 upon 3 is equal to P of F by E shows that occurrence of event E has not affected the probability of occurrence of the event F. Thus, E and F are two events such that the probability of occurrence of one of them is not affected by occurrence of the other. Definition 2. Two events E and F are said to be independent if P of F by E is equal to P of F, provided P of E is not equal to 0, and P of E by F is equal to P of E, provided P of F is not equal to 0. Thus, in this definition, we need to have P of E is not equal to 0 and P of F is not equal to 0. Now, by the multiplication rule of probability, we have P of E intersection F is equal to P of E into P of F by E, equation 1. If E and F are independent, then equation 1 becomes P of E intersection F is equal to P of E into P of F, equation 2. Thus, using equation 2, the independence of two events is also defined as follows. Definition 3. Let E and F be two events associated with the same random experiment, then E and F are said to be independent if P of E intersection F is equal to P of E into P of F. Remark. Number 1. Two events E and F are said to be dependent if they are not independent. That is, if P of E intersection F is not equal to P of E into P of F. Number 2. Three events A, B and C are said to be mutually independent if P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B. P of A intersection C is equal to P of A into P of C. P of B intersection C is equal to P of B into P of C. And P of A intersection B intersection C is equal to P of A into P of B into P of C. If at least one of the above is not true, for three given events, we say that the events are not independent. Example 1. Prove that if E and F are independent events, then so are the events E and F dash. Solution. Since E and F are independent, we have P of E intersection F is equal to P of E into P of F, equation 1. From the Venn diagram, it is clear that E intersection F and E intersection F dash are mutually exclusive events, and also E is equal to E intersection F union E intersection F dash. Therefore, P of E is equal to P of E intersection F plus P of E intersection F dash, or P of E intersection F dash is equal to P of E minus P of E intersection F is equal to P of E minus P of E into P of F by equation 1 is equal to P of E into 1 minus P of F is equal to P of E into P of F dash. Hence, E and F dash are independent. Example 2. A fair coin and unbiased dice are tossed. Let A be the event, head appears on the coin, and B be the event, 3 on the dice. Check whether A and B are independent events or not. Solution. One balanced coin and an unbiased dice are tossed. Sample space S is equal to set of H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6. Therefore, N of S is equal to 12. Event A is equal to head is obtained is equal to set of H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Therefore, N of A is equal to 6. Therefore, P of A is equal to N of A upon N of S is equal to 6 upon 12 is equal to 1 upon 2. Equation 1. Event B is equal to number 3 is obtained is equal to set of H3, T3. Therefore, N of B is equal to 2. Therefore, P of B is equal to N of B upon N of S is equal to 2 upon 12 is equal to 1 upon 6. Equation 2. Now, A intersection B is equal to head is obtained on coin and number 3 is obtained on dice. Therefore, P of A intersection B is equal to 1 upon 12 is equal to 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 6 is equal to P of A into P of B because of from equations 1 and 2. Therefore, P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B. Therefore, A and B are independent events. Example 3. Events A and B are such that P of A is equal to 1 upon 2, P of B is equal to 7 upon 12 and P of not A or B is equal to 1 upon 4. State whether A and B are independent. Solution. Given that P of A is equal to 1 upon 2, P of B is equal to 7 upon 12, P of not A or not B is equal to 1 upon 4. P of A dash union B dash is equal to 1 upon 4. Therefore, P of A intersection B whole dash is equal to 1 upon 4 by De Morgan's theorem. Therefore, 1 minus P of A intersection B is equal to 1 upon 4. Therefore, P of A intersection B is equal to 1 minus 1 upon 4 is equal to 3 upon 4. Equation 1. Now, P of A into P of B is equal to 1 upon 2 into 7 upon 12 is equal to 7 upon 24. Equation 2. From results 1 and 2, P of A intersection B is not equal to P of A into P of B. Therefore, A and B are not independent events. Theorem. Consider that there are two bags 1 and 2. Bag 1 contains 2 white and 3 red balls and bag 2 contains 4 white and 5 red balls. One ball is drawn at random from one of the bags. We can find the probability of selecting any of the bags, that is 1 upon 2, or probability of drawing a ball of a particular color, say white, from a particular bag, say bag 1. In other words, we can find the probability that the ball drawn is of a particular color if we are given the bag from which the ball is drawn. But can we find the probability that the ball drawn is from a particular bag, say bag 2, if the color of the ball drawn is given? Here we have to find the reverse probability of bag 2 to be selected when an event occurred after it is known. Famous mathematician John Bayes solved the problem of finding reverse probability by using conditional probability. The formula developed by him is known as Bayes' theorem, which was published posthumously in 1763. Before stating and proving the Bayes theorem, let us first take up a definition and some preliminary results. Partition of a sample space. A set of events E1, E2 up to En is said to represent a partition of the sample space as if A. Ei intersection Ej is equal to phi, I is not equal to j, Ij is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n. B. E1 union E2 union up to union En is equal to S, and C. P of Ei is greater than 0 for all I is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n. In other words, the events E1, E2 up to En represent a partition of the sample space as if they are pairwise disjoint, exhaustive, and have non-zero probabilities. As an example, we see that any non-empty event E and its complement E' form a partition of the sample space S since they satisfy E intersection E' is equal to phi and E union E' is equal to S. From the Venn diagram, one can easily observe that if E and F are any two events associated with a sample space S, then the set E intersection F dash, E intersection F, E dash intersection F, E dash intersection F dash is a partition of the sample space S. It may be mentioned that the partition of a sample space is not unique. There can be several partitions of the same sample space. Theorem of total probability. Let set of E1, E2 up to En be a partition of the sample space S, and suppose that each of the events E1, E2 up to En has non-zero probability of occurrence. Let A be any event associated with S. Then P of A is equal to P of E1 into P of A by E1 plus P of E2 into P of A by E2 plus up to plus P of En into P of A by En is equal to summation j is equal to 1 to n P of Ej into P of A by Ej. Proof. Given that E1, E2 up to En is a partition of the sample space S. Therefore, S is equal to E1 union E2 union up to union En, equation 1. And Ei intersection Ej is equal to phi, where I is not equal to j, I, j is equal to 1, 2 up to n. Now, we know that for any event A is equal to A intersection S is equal to A intersection E1 union E2 union up to union En is equal to A intersection E1 union A intersection E2 union up to union A intersection En. Also, A intersection Ei and A intersection Ej are respectively the subsets of Ei and Ej. We know that Ei and Ej are disjoint, for I is not equal to j. Therefore, A intersection Ei and A intersection Ej are also disjoint, for all I is not equal to j, I, j is equal to 1, 2 up to n. Thus, P of A is equal to P of A intersection E1 union A intersection E2 union up to union A intersection En is equal to P of A intersection E1 plus P of A intersection E2 plus up to plus P of A intersection En. Now, by multiplication rule of probability, we have P of A intersection Ei is equal to P of Ei into P of A by Ei, as P of Ei is not equal to 0 for all I is equal to 1, 2 up to n. Therefore, P of A is equal to P of E1 into P of A by E1 plus P of E2 into P of A by E2 plus up to plus P of En into P of A by En. Or P of A is equal to summation j is equal to 1 to n P of Ej into P of A by Ej. Example 1. An urn contains 5 red and 5 black balls. A ball is drawn at random. Its color is noted and is returned to the urn. Moreover, 2 additional balls of the color drawn are put in the urn and then a ball is drawn at random. What is the probability that the second ball is red? Solution. Number of balls. Red color balls is equal to 5. After event A, 7. After event B, 5. Black color balls is equal to 5. After event A, 5. After event B, 7. Total is equal to 10. After event A, 12. After event B, 12. Let event A is equal to ball selected at random is of red color. Event B is equal to ball selected at random is of black color. Therefore, P of A is equal to 5 upon 10 is equal to 1 upon 2. P of B is equal to 5 upon 10 is equal to 1 upon 2. Event C is equal to selected second ball is of red color. Therefore, P of C by A is equal to 7 upon 12 because of after event A, total numbers of ball in box are 5 plus 2 is equal to 7 and total balls are 12. Therefore, P of C by B is equal to 5 upon 12 because of after the event B, total numbers of ball in box are 5 plus 2 is equal to 7 and total balls are 12. Now, P of C is equal to P of A into P of C by A plus P of B into P of C by B is equal to 1 upon 2 into 7 upon 12 plus 1 upon 2 into 5 upon 12 is equal to 7 upon 24 plus 5 upon 24 is equal to 12 upon 24 is equal to 1 upon 2. Therefore, probability that second ball red is 1 upon 2. We shall now state and prove the Bayes theorem. Bayes theorem: if E1, E2 up to En are n non-empty events which constitute a partition of sample space S, that is E1, E2 up to En are pairwise disjoint and E1 union E2 union up to union En is equal to S and A is any event of non-zero probability, then P of Ei by A is equal to P of Ei into P of A by Ei upon summation j is equal to 1 to n P of Ej into P of A by Ej for any I is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n. Proof. By formula of conditional probability, we know that P of Ei by A is equal to P of A intersection Ei upon P of A is equal to P of Ei into P of A by Ei upon P of A by multiplication rule of probability. P of Ei by A is equal to P of Ei into P of A by Ei upon summation j is equal to 1 to n P of Ej into P of A by Ej by the result of theorem of total probability. Remark: the following terminology is generally used when Bayes theorem is applied. The events E1, E2 up to En are called hypotheses. The probability P of Ei is called the priori probability of the hypothesis Ei. The conditional probability P of Ei by A is called a posteriori probability of the hypothesis Ei. Bayes theorem is also called the formula for the probability of causes. Since the Eis are a partition of the sample space S, one and only one of the events Ei occurs. That is, one of the events Ei must occur and only one can occur. Hence, the above formula gives us the probability of a particular Ei, that is, a cause, given that the event A has occurred. Example 1. A laboratory blood test is 99% effective in detecting a certain disease when it is in fact present. However, the test also yields a false positive result for 0.5% of the healthy person tested. That is, if a healthy person is tested, then with probability 0.005, the test will imply he has the disease. If 0.1% of the population actually has the disease, what is the probability that a person has the disease given that his test result is positive? Solution. Suppose event EI is equal to person has disease. Event E2 is equal to person is healthy. Event A is equal to result of laboratory is positive. Therefore, from given data we have P of E1 is equal to 0.1% is equal to 1 upon 1000 is equal to 0.001. P of E2 is equal to 1 minus P of E1 is equal to 1 minus 0.001 is equal to 0.999. P of A by E1 is equal to 99% is equal to 99 upon 100 is equal to 0.99. P of A by E2 is equal to 0.5% is equal to 5 upon 1000 is equal to 0.005. Probability of an event that result of laboratory is positive if it has disease. P of E1 by A is equal to P of E1 into P of A by E1 upon P of E1 into P of A by E1 plus P of E2 into P of A by E2 is equal to 0.001 into 0.99 upon 0.001 into 0.99 plus 0.999 into 0.005 is equal to 99 upon 99 plus 999 into 5 upon 10 is equal to 99 into 2 upon 198 plus 999 is equal to 198 upon 1197 is equal to 22 upon 133. Therefore, required probability is equal to 22 upon 133. Example 2. A factory has two machines A and B. Past record shows that machine A produced 60% of the items of output and machine B produced 40% of the items. Further, 2% of the items produced by machine A and 1% produced by machine B were defective. All the items are put into one stockpile and then one item is chosen at random from this and is found to be defective. What is the probability that it was produced by machine B? Solution. Suppose that event A is equal to item is produced by machine A. Event B is equal to item is produced by machine B. Event D is equal to produced item is defective. It is given that P of A is equal to 60 upon 100 is equal to 6 upon 10. P of B is equal to 40 upon 100 is equal to 4 upon 10. P of D by A is equal to 2 upon 100. P of D by B is equal to 1 upon 100. Probability of an event that produced item is defective if is produced by machine B is equal to P of B by D. Therefore, P of B by D is equal to P of B into P of D by B upon P of A into P of D by A plus P of B into P of D by B is equal to 4 upon 10 into 1 upon 100 whole upon 6 upon 10 into 2 upon 100 plus 4 upon 10 into 1 upon 100 is equal to 4 upon 12 plus 4 is equal to 4 upon 16 is equal to 1 upon 4. Therefore, required probability is equal to 1 variables and its probability distributions. Definition 4. A random variable is a real valued function whose domain is the sample space of a random experiment. For example, let us consider the experiment of tossing a coin 2 times in succession. The sample space of the experiment is S is equal to set of HH, HT, TH, TT. If X denotes the number of heads obtained, then X is a random variable and for each outcome, its value is as given below. X of HH is equal to 2, X of HT is equal to 1, X of TH is equal to 1, X of TT is equal to 0. More than one random variables can be defined on the same sample space. For example, let Y denotes the number of heads minus the number of tails. for each outcome of the above sample space S, then y of HH is equal to 2, y of HT is equal to 0, y of TH is equal to 0, y of TT is equal to minus 2. Thus, x and y are two different random variables defined on the same sample space S. Example 1. An urn contains 5 red and 2 black balls. 2 balls are randomly drawn. Let x represents the number of black balls. What are the possible values of x? Is x a random variable? Solution. A box contains 5 red and 2 black color balls. 2 balls are drawn from it randomly. We select these balls in RR, RB, BR and BB ways, where R denotes red ball and B denotes black ball. X represents number of black balls. Therefore, values of random variables x are 0, 1 and 2. X is equal to 0 implies black ball is not drawn. X is equal to 1 implies 1 black ball is drawn. X is equal to 2 implies 2 black balls is drawn. X is a random variable. Probability distribution of a random variable. Let us look at the experiment of selecting one family out of 10 families, F1, F2 up to F10, in such a manner that each family is equally likely to be selected. Let the families F1, F2 up to F10 have 3, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 6, 4, 5 members respectively. Let us select a family and note down the number of members in the family denoting x. Clearly, x is a random variable defined as below. X of F1 is equal to 3, x of F2 is equal to 4, x of F3 is equal to 3, x of F4 is equal to 2, x of F5 is equal to 5, x of F6 is equal to 4, x of F7 is equal to 3, x of F8 is equal to 6, x of F9 is equal to 4, x of F10 is equal to 5. Thus, x can take any value 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 depending upon which family is selected. Now, x will take the value 2 when the family F4 is selected. X can take the value 3 when any one of the families F1, F3, F7 is selected. Similarly, x is equal to 4 when family F2, F6 or F9 is selected. X is equal to 5 when family F5 or F10 is selected, and x is equal to 6 when family F8 is selected. Since we had assumed that each family is equally likely to be selected, the probability that family F4 is selected is 1 upon 10. Thus, the probability that x can take the value 2 is 1 upon 10. We write P of x is equal to 2 is equal to 1 upon 10. Also, the probability that any one of the families F1, F3 or F7 is selected is P of F1, F3, F7 is equal to 3 upon 10. Thus, the probability that x can take the value 3 is equal to 3 upon 10. We write P of x is equal to 3 is equal to 3 upon 10. Similarly, we obtain P of x is equal to 4 is equal to P of F2, F6, F9 is equal to 3 upon 10. P of x is equal to 5 is equal to P of F5, F10 is equal to 2 upon 10. And P of x is equal to 6 is equal to P of F8 is equal to 1 upon 10. Such a description giving the values of the random variable along with the corresponding probabilities is called the probability distribution of the random variable x. Definition 5. The probability distribution of a random variable x is the system of numbers x is equal to x1, x2 up to xn. P of x is equal to p1, p2 up to pn, where pi is greater than 0. Summation I is equal to 1 to n, pi is equal to 1, I is equal to 1, 2 up to n. The real numbers x1, x2 up to xn are the possible values of the random variables x, and pi, where I is equal to 1, 2 up to n is the probability of the random variable x taking the value xi, that is, p of x is equal to xi is equal to pi. Also, for all possible values of the random variable x, all elements of the sample space are covered. Hence, the sum of all the probabilities in a probability distribution must be 1. Example 2. A coin is biased so that the head is 3 times as likely to occur as tail. If the coin is tossed twice, find the probability distribution of number of tails. Solution: a balanced coin is tossed. Suppose probability of getting tail is equal to q. Therefore, probability of getting head is equal to 3q. Now, q plus 3q is equal to 1 implies q is equal to 1 upon 4. Therefore, probability of getting a tail is equal to 1 upon 4 and probability of getting head is equal to 3 upon 4. Here, coin is tossed twice. Here, random variable x denotes the numbers of tails. Therefore, the possible value of x are 0, 1 and 2. P of x is equal to 0 is equal to P of tail is not obtained is equal to P of HH is equal to 3 upon 4 into 3 upon 4 is equal to 9 upon 16. P of x is equal to 1 is equal to P of 1 tail obtained is equal to P of TH HT is equal to 1 upon 4 into 3 upon 4 plus 3 upon 4 into 1 upon 4 is equal to 6 upon 16. P of x is equal to 2 is equal to P of 2 tails are obtained is equal to P of TT is equal to 1 upon 4 into 1 upon 4 is equal to 1 upon 16. The probability distribution of the random variable x is as follows. X is equal to 0, 1, 2. P of x is equal to 9 upon 16, 6 upon 16, 1 upon 16. Mean of a random variable. Mean is a measure of location or central tendency in the sense that it roughly locates a middle or average value of the random variable. Definition 6. Let x be a random variable whose possible values x1, x2, x3 up to xn occur with probabilities p1, p2, p3 up to pn respectively. The mean of x, denoted by mu, is the number summation I is equal to 1 to n xi pi. That is, the mean of x is the weighted average of the possible values of x, each value being weighted by its probability with which it occurs. The mean of random variable x is also called the expectation of x, denoted by E of x. Thus, E of x is equal to mu is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n xi pi is equal to x1 p1 plus x2 p2 plus up to plus xn pn. In other words, the mean or expectation of a random variable x is the sum of the products of all possible values of x by their respective probabilities. Example 3. In a meeting, 70% of the members favor and 30% oppose a certain proposal. A member is selected at random and we take x is equal to 0 if he opposed and x is equal to 1 if he is in favor. Find E of x and variance of x. Solution: 70 members in favors the proposal and 30% oppose the proposal. P of x is equal to 0 is equal to P of oppose the proposal is equal to 30 upon 100 is equal to 3 upon 10. P of x is equal to 1 is equal to P of favors the proposal is equal to 70 upon 100 is equal to 7 upon 10. X is equal to 0, 1. P of x is equal to 3 upon 10, 7 upon 10. Xi into P of xi is equal to 0, 7 upon 10. Xi square into P of xi is equal to 0, 7 upon 10. E of x is equal to summation xi into P of xi is equal to 0 plus 7 upon 10 is equal to 0.7. Variance of x is equal to summation xi square into P of xi minus E of x whole square is equal to 0 plus 7 upon 10 minus 0.7 whole square is equal to 0.7 minus 0.49 is equal to 0.21. Variance of a random variable. The mean of a random variable does not give us information about the variability in the values of the random variable. In fact, if the variance is small, then the values of the random variable are close to the mean. Also, random variables with different probability distributions can have equal means, as shown in the following distributions of x and y. X is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. P of x is equal to 1 upon 8, 2 upon 8, 3 upon 8, 2 upon 8. Y is equal to minus 1, 0, 4, 5, 6. P of y is equal to 1 upon 8, 2 upon 8, 3 upon 8, 1 upon 8, 1 upon 8. E of x is equal to 1 into 1 upon 8 plus 2 into 2 upon 8 plus 3 into 3 upon 8 plus 4 into 2 upon 8 is equal to 22 upon 8 is equal to 2.75. E of y is equal to minus 1 into 1 upon 8 plus 0 into 2 upon 8 plus 4 into 3 upon 8 plus 5 into 1 upon 8 plus 6 into 1 upon 8 is equal to 22 upon 8 is equal to 2.75. The variables x and y are different. However, their means are same. It is also easily observable from the diagrammatic representation of these distributions. Figure to distinguish x from y. We require a measure of the extent to which the values of the random variables spread out. In statistics, we have studied that the variance is a measure of the spread or scatter in data. Likewise, the variability or spread in the values of a random variable may be measured by variance. Definition 7. Let x be a random variable whose possible values x1, x2 up to xn occur with probabilities p of x1, p of x2 up to p of xn respectively. Let mu is equal to E of x be the mean of x, the variance of x denoted by variance of x, or sigma x square is defined as sigma x square is equal to variance of x is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n xi minus mu whole square into p of xi. Or equivalently, sigma x square is equal to E of x minus mu whole square. The non-negative number sigma x is equal to square root of variance x is equal to square root of summation I is equal to 1 to n xi minus mu whole square into p of xi is called the standard deviation of the random variable x. Another formula to find the variance of a random variable, we know that variance of x is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n xi minus mu whole square into p of xi is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n xi square plus mu square minus 2 mu xi into p of xi is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n xi square into p of xi plus summation I is equal to 1 to n mu square into p of xi minus summation I is equal to 1 to n 2 mu xi into p of xi is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n xi square into p of xi plus mu square into summation I is equal to 1 to n p of xi minus 2 mu into summation I is equal to 1 to n xi into p of xi is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n xi square into p of xi plus mu square minus 2 mu square. Because of summation I is equal to 1 to n p of xi is equal to 1 and mu into summation I is equal to 1 to n xi into p of xi is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n xi square into p of xi minus mu square, or variance of x is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n xi square into p of xi minus summation I is equal to 1 to n xi into p of xi whole square, or variance of x is equal to e of x square minus e of x whole square, where e of x whole square is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n xi into p of xi. Example 4. Find the variance of the number obtained on a throw of an unbased dice. Solution. The sample space of the experiment is S is equal to set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let x denote the number obtained on the throw. Then x is a random variable which can take values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Also, p of 1 is equal to p of 2 is equal to p of 3 is equal to p of 4 is equal to p of 5 is equal to p of 6 is equal to 1 upon 6. Therefore, the probability distribution of x is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. P of x is equal to 1 upon 6, 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 1 upon 6. Now, e of x is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n xi into p of xi is equal to 1 into 1 upon 6 plus 2 into 1 upon 6 plus 3 into 1 upon 6 plus 4 into 1 upon 6 plus 5 into 1 upon 6 plus 6 into 1 upon 6 is equal to 21 upon 6. Also, e of x square is equal to 1 square into 1 upon 6 plus 2 square into 1 upon 6 plus 3 square into 1 upon 6 plus 4 square into 1 upon 6 plus 5 square into 1 upon 6 plus 6 square into 1 upon 6 is equal to 91 upon 6. Thus, variance of x is equal to e of x square minus e of x whole square is equal to 91 upon 6 minus 21 upon 6 whole square is equal to 91 upon 6 minus 441 upon 36 is equal to 35 upon 12. Bernoulli trials and binomial distribution. Bernoulli trials. Many experiments are dichotomous in nature. For example, a tossed coin shows a head or tail. A manufactured item can be defective or non-defective. The response to a question might be yes or no. An egg has hatched or not hatched. The decision is yes or no, etc. In such cases, it is customary to call one of the outcomes a success and the other not success or failure. For example, in tossing a coin, if the occurrence of the head is considered a success, then occurrence of tail is a failure. Each time we toss a coin or roll a die or perform any other experiment, we call it a trial. If a coin is tossed, say 4 times, the number of trials is 4, each having exactly 2 outcomes, namely success or failure. The outcome of any trial is independent of the outcome of any other trial. In each of such trials, the probability of success or failure remains constant. Such independent trials which have only two outcomes, usually referred as success or failure, are called Bernoulli trials. Definition 8. Trials of a random experiment are called Bernoulli trials if they satisfy the following conditions. Number 1. There should be a finite number of trials. Number 2. The trials should be independent. Number 3. Each trial has exactly two outcomes, success or failure. Number 4. The probability of success remains the same in each trial. For example, throwing a dice 50 times is a case of 50 Bernoulli trials, in which each trial results in success, say an even number, or failure, an odd number, and the probability of success, that is P, is same for all 50 throws. Obviously, the successive throws of the dice are independent experiments. If the dice is fair and have 6 numbers 1 to 6 written on 6 faces, then P is equal to 1 upon 2 and Q is equal to 1 minus P is equal to 1 upon 2 is equal to probability of failure. Example 1. 6 balls are drawn successively from an urn containing 7 red and 9 black balls. Tell whether or not the trials of drawing balls are Bernoulli trials when after each draw the ball drawn is 1. Replaced, 2. Not replaced in the urn. Solution. Number 1. The number of trials is finite. When the drawing is done with replacement, the probability of success, say red ball, is P is equal to 7 upon 16, which is same for all 6 trials, that is draws. Hence, the drawing of balls with replacements are Bernoulli trials. Number 2. When the drawing is done without replacement, the probability of success, that is red ball in first trial, is 7 upon 16. In second trial is 6 upon 15 if the first ball drawn is red, or 7 upon 15 if the first ball drawn is black, and so on. Clearly, the probability of success is not same for all trials. Hence, the trials are not Bernoulli trials. Binomial distribution. Consider the experiment of tossing a coin in which each trial results in success, say heads, or failure, that is tails. Let S and F denote respectively success and failure in each trial. Suppose we are interested in finding the ways in which we have one success in 6 trials. Clearly, 6 different cases are there as listed below. S, F, 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 S. Similarly, to successes and 4, failures can have 6 factorial upon 4 factorial into 2 factorial combinations. It will be lengthy job to list all of these ways. Therefore, calculation of probabilities of 0, 1, 2 up to n number of successes may be lengthy and time consuming. To avoid the lengthy calculations and listing of all the possible cases for the probabilities of number of successes in n Bernoulli trials, a formula is derived. For this purpose, let us take the experiment made up of 3 Bernoulli trials with probabilities P and Q is equal to 1 minus P for success and failure respectively in each trial. The sample space of the experiment is the set S is equal to SSS, SSF, SFS, FSS, SFF, FSF, FFS, FFF. The number of successes is a random variable x and can take values 0, 1, 2 or 3. The probability distribution of the number of successes is as below. P of x is equal to 0 is equal to P of no success is equal to P of f is equal to P of f into P of f into P of f is equal to Q into Q into Q is equal to Q cube. Since the trials are independent, P of x is equal to 1 is equal to P of 1 successes is equal to P of SFF, FSF, FFS is equal to P of SFF plus P of FSF plus P of FFS is equal to P of S into P of F into P of F plus P of F into P of S into P of F plus P of F into P of F into P of S is equal to P into Q plus Q into P into Q plus Q into Q into P is equal to 3pq square. P of x is equal to 2 is equal to P of 2 successes is equal to P of SSF, SFS, FSS is equal to P of SSF plus P of SFS plus P of FSS is equal to P of S into P of S into P of F plus P of S into P of F into P of S plus P of F into P of S into P of S is equal to P into P into Q plus P into Q into P plus Q into P into P is equal to 3p square Q, and P of x is equal to 3 is equal to P of 3 success is equal to P of SSS is equal to P of S into P of S into P of S is equal to P cube. Thus, the probability distribution of x is also the binomial expansion of q plus p whole cube is q cube plus 3q square p plus 3qp square plus p cube. Note that the probabilities of 0, 1, 2 or 3 successes are respectively the first, second, third and fourth term in the expansion of q plus p whole cube. Also, since q plus p is equal to 1, it follows that the sum of these probabilities as expected is 1. Thus, we may conclude that in an experiment of n Bernoulli trials, the probabilities of 0, 1, 2 up to n successes can be obtained as first, second up to n plus 1th terms in the expansion of q plus p whole raised to n. To prove this assertion, that is result, let us find the probability of x successes in an experiment of n Bernoulli trials. Clearly, in case of x successes, that is S, there will be n minus x failures, that is F. Now, x successes, that is S, and n minus x failures, that is F, can be obtained in n factorial upon x factorial into n minus x factorial ways. In each of these ways, the probability of x successes and n minus x failures is equal to p of x successes into p of n minus x failures is equal to p of s into p of s up to p of s x times into p of f into p of f up to p of f n minus x times is equal to p x into q raised to n minus x. Thus, the probability of x successes in n Bernoulli trials is n factorial upon x factorial into n minus x factorial is equal to p raised to x into q raised to n minus x, or ncx p raised to x into q raised to n minus x. Thus, p of x successes is equal to ncx p raised to x into q raised to n minus x, where x is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to n, q is equal to 1 minus p. Clearly, p of x successes, that is ncx p raised to x into q raised to n minus x, is the x plus 1th term in the binomial expansion of q plus p whole raised to n. Thus, the probability distribution of number of successes in an experiment consisting of n Bernoulli trials may be obtained by the binomial expansion of q plus p whole raised to n. Hence, this distribution of number of successes x can be written as the probability distribution is known as binomial distribution with parameters n and p, because for given values of n and p, we can find the complete probability distribution. The probability of x successes p of x is equal to x is also denoted by p of x and is given by p of x is equal to ncx p raised to x into q raised to n minus x, where x is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to n, q is equal to 1 minus p. This p of x is called the probability function of the binomial distribution. A binomial distribution with n Bernoulli trials and probability of success in each trial as p is denoted by b of n p. Example 1. 5 cards are drawn successively with replacement from a well-shuffled deck of 52 cards. What is the probability that 1. All the 5 cards are spades, 2. Only 3 cards are spades, 3. None is a spade? Solution. Well-shuffled pack of 52 playing cards are given. Therefore, n of s is equal to 52. In pack of 52 cards, there are 13 spade cards. We take probability of success of an event that spade card is selected. Therefore, probability of success p is equal to 13 upon 52 is equal to 1 upon 4. Therefore, probability of failure q is equal to 1 minus p is equal to 1 minus 1 upon 4 is equal to 3 upon 4. Now, 5 cards are drawn from 52 playing cards. Therefore, number of trials n is equal to 5. P of x is equal to x is equal to ncx q raised to n minus x into p raised to x. Therefore, p of x is equal to 5cx 3 upon 4 whole raised to 5 minus x into 1 upon 4 whole raised to x. Equation 1. Number 1. P of all 5 cards are of spade is equal to p of x is equal to 5 is equal to 5c5 3 upon 4 whole raised to 5 minus 5 1 upon 4 whole raised to 5 from 1 is equal to 1 upon 4 whole raised to 5 is equal to 1 upon 1024. Number 2. P of only 3 cards are of spade is equal to p of x is equal to 3 is equal to 5c3 3 upon 4 whole raised to 5 minus 3 into 1 upon 4 whole cube from 1 is equal to 5 factorial upon 3 factorial into 2 factorial into 3 upon 4 whole square into 1 upon 4 whole cube is equal to 10 into 9 upon 1024 is equal to 45 upon 512. Number 3. P of non-card is of spade is equal to p of x is equal to 0 is equal to 5c0 3 upon 4 whole raised to 5 minus 0 into 1 upon 4 whole raised to 0 from 1 is equal to 3 upon 4 whole raised to 5 is equal to 243 upon 1024.